been happening in Egypt is really inspiring, especially among the students. For the past 18 days, we've seen street battles, we've seen millions on the street, and last night we saw the toppling of a dictatorship. There are a lot of links between what's happening in Egypt and what's happened over the past year in the UK. There's massive youth unemployment in Egypt, and there's also a growing youth unemployment in the UK. We've seen last term, we saw the beginning of a revolt in the UK. We saw around 50,000 students demonstrating in London, which had huge impacts for students. That momentum carried on, and we had continuous walkouts and continuous organisation, which is really important. In my school, the weeks after Millbank, we had started a student union. We never had representation before of students. And it's also common in society. We don't have representation in society either in the parliament or any kind of institutions, which is what we're trying to change. BBC were quick to condemn the horses and camels charging through Tahrir Square. But what were they doing to the students? They were quick to criticise the students. People are asking where next are we, where the students are going. I don't know if you know this, but an article that came out on the BBC yesterday night was that the government was actually going to block the allowance for universities to charge 9,000. Now what does this mean? If they can't charge 9,000, there's still a huge, massive gap in spending. This means that class numbers are going to be cut. This means that courses are going to be cut. And who is this going to hurt the most? It's going to hurt the poorest in the UK the most. One thing we can be clear is that the fight is not over. They may have passed the cuts in education, but the students aren't going to stop fighting. The CPE law in France, which meant that employers could fire the youth employed for no reason. But what happened then, there was massive demonstrations on the street, and they had to recall it. They brought down that law. We can do the same here. We can fight back. We need to organise. Now, the UCU are balloting. The students 100% support them, absolutely. On the 24th, there will be a day 4X. On the 24th of February, workers and students need to unite, and we need to start organising. Thank you very much.